Okay, so this first tip will help you improve the stylus overall. So what you want to do is go into this part where it says system, and then you're gonna go into language and keyboard. Then after you hit language and keyboard, go into manage keyboards. Then you're gonna hit LG keyboard. Now after you hit LG keyboard, scroll down until you see the option right here where it says additional settings. Hit that option. Then when you scroll all the way down to the bottom, you're gonna locate delay time. Click this one, and it's gonna be default at 0.3 seconds right here. Just change that to 0.1 seconds delay time with the pen. As you can see, this is the features for the stylus pen. So now when I open a new note inside of the quick memo, it'll be 0 delay when using the pen. All right, so for the second tip, we're gonna do the exact same thing. Go into keyboard, go into language and keyboard, go into manage keyboards, and then go into LG keyboard, and then go into additional settings. And then that's where you'll find up top keyboard, and then you can change your keyboard from light to dark right inside of the LG settings. Now this next tip is actually really cool because you're going to be able to utilize it in pretty much any app. Let me just open a few apps so I have them in the background, and then I'll be able to show you this tip. Okay, so what you want to do is go into your most recents by sliding up and holding for like 1 second. And then what you want to do is long hold this icon, and you're going to see pop-up window. Now hit pop-up window, and you're going to get a window that you can use even while you're in another app. You can minimize it right here to a really small size. You can have it right here as an icon floating, and when you want to get back to it, you can simply just do that as well. And you can actually get up to about 4 of these on your screen at once. So for this next tip, it's called the calligraphy option. For people with not so great handwriting, you can click this option here, and it's going to give you a few different fonts that you can write in besides your own handwriting. So these are like legitimate fonts that it's going to write in, and you can actually change the color right here to your own preference from this palette. So after you choose the font that you want, then you just start typing the note right here. And it'll basically translate your handwriting to a much more presentable and neater handwriting. Now another really cool trick I think is pretty neat is if you want to lock one of these so that no one can see it, you literally just long hold it right there till you see the button, and then you click lock, and it'll take about 2 minutes, and it says locked in here, so it's gone. It's not going to be presented with your other notes, and you could put as many as those as you want in safekeeping for your own eyes to see, so that no one can actually, you know what I mean, get to your note and read it back later. When you want to get back to it, all you have to do is show locked things right here, and then enter your pattern, and all of them will actually, they'll be right inside of that folder, which is right here. And then if you want to put them back in, you just hit this button and select the ones that you want to bring back into your quick notes. Now the next option and tip is if you're using the phone with one hand, you're gonna press the icon that you want to use, and then to access the one-handed operation, wait, let me just get rid of this, hold on. Okay, so now that's gone. All you have to do is swipe over right here from the top, and you can actually be able to use the phone a lot easier because the window went down a bit, so you can see it shrunk the screen, and then you could just tap right there to get back. And if you want to get even more screen to work with one hand, slide down even lower, and you're going to get the bottom portion of the screen to work with right here, so you don't have to keep reaching to the top. Everything is going to be in one like place for you. Okay, so this next tip will let you hide the notch and even create a second screen to work with. And what I mean by that is just click display right here, and you're gonna see you have second screen, and then you also have so you just click that, And when you click that, you can remove this notch area right here. So now it all squeezes into the top portion and you still get your notifications up top. Or you can click this one and it'll actually box it off. So you can get the rounded corners or you can get the boxy ones. Now this is more symmetrical. So if you were like a person like me who wanted the phone to be more symmetrical, you would leave it here. But if you didn't really give a, a rat, then you could just go right here, boom. Then what's also cool is you can customize the top portion of the screen to these different modes right here, which I think this one looks the best. But I actually like having that extra screen real estate. Now this phone has 3 off-screen features. So one of them is touching the top volume rocker twice, 1, 2, and you're gonna get to your notes, which is kind of cool. You lock the screen again, double tap the bottom volume rocker, and you're actually gonna get to your camera really fast. So that's a nice shortcut to have. But if you just want to get straight to the pen and type a note, you have that off-screen note memo as well. There's also another feature in accessibility, and if you type motor and cognition, it's inside of this option called touch input. So if you're touching the screen, you're gonna get the most least delay right here response at 0.5, but if you want to customize it, you got a second and a second and a half. So let me just see if that makes any difference. And you could also customize it right here, and it says right here, touch and hold the screen as long as you want. And then right there you can see that it'll register the touch delay response, and you can actually register your own depending on your own personal preference for touch input. Also, when you're inside of your phone and you wanna you're in display, you actually want to change the timer for the screen to at least 5 minutes so that it doesn't time out while you're using the phone. Now another thing that you can do that's pretty cool is that when you're in the settings option and go to settings, it has an option here for you to save and copy to gallery. So instead of going to your quick notes, you could just go into your gallery app, and then all your notes would actually be inside of the gallery application. Another cool tip is that if you're getting a notification from like Facebook or like something like that, what you can actually do is just swipe across right here on either side. So it could be that side or this side, and you'll see this little thing right here. Just click that right here, and then it'll say turn off notifications right here. So you could just go ahead and then you could turn off notifications for all, just groups for the marketplace, the birthdays, or just people you can actually see more. And then it gives you an option to customize all the notifications for like the app that you're looking at. So for instance, this one has its own features as well. So that's for my smartwatch right here. But I do want those notifications, so I would just leave those on. But that's how you would turn off notifications for like any app, like like YouTube or anything like that. You have all those options right here to turn off notifications if you're not trying to receive them momentarily. Alright, so let's say you saw something sick and you want to share it with a friend real quick, and let's say like you just saw it and it just popped up and you literally have like maybe a second to do it. This phone doesn't offer the screen recording feature, but it will offer the screenshot feature. So if you see something sick and you want to capture that, all you would have to do is slide down right here and hit this box, and now you have the screenshot. You can actually hit this one, and now you can actually draw notes on it as well, which I think is really cool. Now this phone does offer the option for hotspot, but what I like to do is add it to as a widget, because right here you can see there's no hotspot icon. So what I usually do is I just go back to the home screen right here, and then I long hold right here until I get my widgets, and then I go to widgets, and then you just find the hotspot widget right here, and then just put that on your home screen, and then you can turn that on and set up a password, and then have other devices run Wi-Fi from your device straight from your home screen. Now you might be wondering why my font looks like this. That's because I went to my settings and changed it. So you can do that too, just by going into I believe it's display, then just click font, and then I have it to this one. I actually downloaded that from, you could add right here your own fonts from LG Smart World, which is actually pretty cool. And also they have a whole store here for you to download some free ones, but there's a lot of paid ones, so that's the only bad thing. But you can choose from these free ones and actually make it bold as well by hitting this icon, and you can make them larger if you so desire to do so, but that feature is actually pretty customizable. Now what's pretty sweet about the pen feature is that you can actually save your own pens. So right here you can see that there's a variety of pens to choose from right there, but if you wanted to, you can actually select your own. So let me show you how to do that. Alright, so all you have to do is hit this star right here, press the add button, and then choose the pen that you want to draw with. Then once you do that, you can click it again and get the size that you want, like the size of the tip. You can get the gradient that you want, gray or deep black, or you can go over here to this color scale and it's going to offer you every single hue of color that you need. Then just hit save, and then you have that pen saved right here, so you can easily just save different pens and have those for your own preference. Whenever you're whichever one you want to write with, you can customize them to your own preference and have up to at least 9 of them. So that, I think that's pretty cool, and those will be there for you, waiting for you whenever you want. Another thing that I think is pretty cool is when you go right here and you go into settings. I'm in my Q notes. You can actually go right here where it says sounds, drawing sounds, and it's gonna change it to the sound of your preference. You can hear the sound of a crayon, a highlighter, a brush, a ballpoint pen, or a calligraphy style pen. Another thing that I find pretty cool is that when you're in the notes, wait, let me just put this on the other side. When you're in the notes and you hit this button, you can actually go right here and insert right here, and it'll actually let you insert an image, take an image, insert a video, record a video, insert audio, record audio, or put your current location of like where you are. So like, I'm not gonna do that because then you guys will know where I'm at, but I think that's actually pretty cool. Alright, so they have this improved note section where if you go here, it says pen mode only. So even if you register your palm on the double tap actually registered, and this is another feature, double tap to wake and double tap to lock. All you have to do is knock it and it's gonna give you that unlock screen. But when you're inside of that note right here that I was showing you, you won't have any false touches, because you can pretty much only write with the pen and not your finger until you turn that off, and then now you can write with your finger. And I think that's really cool because it was kind of annoying in the past. So I just want to talk about the keyboard settings for a minute. So let me just type something real quick. So that's supposed to say good morning, how are you? So let me just show you something. Let's say I made a typo right here and I'm typing with the keyboard. So if I wanted to get to a certain area, I could long hold the keyboard and then just scroll where I want to edit. And I think that's really cool. You could just get to the area you want to get to without having to put your finger on the words. So I think that's really, really, really cool. In addition to that, they're going to give you some really cool features such as live drawing, which I've covered before. And basically you can, once you're done with that, you can share it, and it gives you the option to change the tips right here to 4 different options and different colors as well. And then when you're done, you can just press check, allow, and it's going to give you the ability to send that to that person that you were sending the message to. You can also get to your clip tray right here by just hitting this drop down option, and you're also going to find clip tray settings, voice input, draw chat, my emoji, and emoji. But one of the things that's really cool is handwriting, so you can actually draw what you want here, like I can't see it because I have my ink on black. But I think that's a cool feature to have if you just want to draw the words in there. Now another tip is this phone doesn't have facial recognition, so what you want to do is go into security right here, and then once you're in security, you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna go to right here where it says secure lock settings, and you're actually gonna go to smart lock right here, so that when you enter your PIN or password or pattern, it's gonna give you the ability to have on body detection or trusted devices. So have both of these on right here, on body detection, because now whenever the phone is like on you in your pocket and you pull out the phone, or if you have a device like Bluetooth connected to it, or some earplugs or headphones or anything like that, the phone will always be accessible without the facial lock or the fingerprint. So if I lock the phone right now, it's just gonna automatically like once I put my lock in, now once I lock it and I unlock it, it should just automatically unlock for me, and with that auto detection. So let me just put that on real quick. Alright, so yeah, it says keep your device unlocked while it's on you, and just unlock once and your device stays unlocked as long as it's in motion. Now a minute ago you saw that I couldn't type on the keyboard with the pen because it was black, and then the keyboard was black and the font I was using with the pen was black. So to change that, all you have to do is go into where it says right here keyboard. So first you go to system, then you go to keyboard, then you go to manage keyboards, and then click LG keyboard, go down where it says additional settings, and then go to pen sizes and color, and you see it's on black. I could actually change that to yellow now, and then customize the size as well, so that if I'm in the keyboard now and I go back to my let's say I go back to my messages, then I can actually see what I'm writing right here on the black keyboard. Alright, so that's pretty cool. But another cool feature is this Swift key text. So use Swift key text, tap the input window. So all you have to do is be inside of here and then go right here and then tap the Swift key text, and it literally just brings up that keyboard for you immediately as a button for you to click right here. And then now you can just wait, it used to be more accurate. Let me see. CYRANO. I guess my handwriting was bad. Another cool thing that's in settings is customizing your lock screen. Now go to customize lock screen right here, and then you can actually change the clock, which gives you a small clock or a large clock as well. Go to shortcuts, and then you can actually replace these shortcuts by clicking the gear icon right here, and you get your phone by default, and you also get the camera by default. But if you wanted to add like Spotify here and maybe like, I don't know, Facebook right here, you could definitely do that, but you do have those options. And while we're still in that feature, you can also put your like email or phone number on the lock screen just in case you lose it, someone can get a hold of you. Another really cool feature is inside of extensions. So just go to extensions right here, and then you're going to go ahead and click shortcuts. And then once you're inside of shortcuts, you're going to be able to hit this option which says view the notification panel with your finger. So just slide down on the fingerprint sensor and you'll be able to pull down that notification bar with just the swipe of a finger. Now this is kind of an extra tip, but if this little thing down below is kind of like a wheel, so if you just scroll across that, it's going to take you to all your apps that you want to get to without actually having to slide up right here. It'll actually just bring you to those like a wheel, so it's actually pretty cool. And then one more thing that's actually cool is that if you hold this down, you can actually pin the app here so that it's locked and it won't go anywhere when you actually get out of this screen. So no matter what, I can't close that thing until I unpin it, but everything else I can get out of right here, as you can see. So you can actually just pin the apps that you want to stay. Now the phone does have a feature in it called Smart Clean. So just go to, I think it's management right here, and then go to Smart Cleaning here, and you can optimize your phone's battery usage, battery saver, and you can also conduct a hardware test. So it's gonna actually optimize your phone by deleting unnecessary files and stopping unused files to give your phone an overall better performance with the CPU and GPU. And then it just told me that it cleared a lot of space, which was actually pretty cool. Now at this part of the video, I'm pretty sure half of you are gone, but if you made it this far, you guys are the real MVPs. We're gonna go ahead and click hearing and click flash alerts. So now when you turn that on, whenever you get a phone call or somebody calling you, the rear flash on the back of the camera right here is gonna actually go off, letting you know that it's ringing if you don't hear it. So I think that's pretty cool that you can get a visual effect if you don't have the ability to hear at that moment. All right, right now I'm going to show you guys how to block unnecessary, unwanted, and unsolicited phone calls. Just go to call settings right here. Boom. Okay, now you're going to see that you have Wi-Fi calling on board, so you can actually disable that if you do so desire, but that's not what I want to show you. I want to show you the blocking feature. So you can decline with message. You have blocked numbers that you can specifically add a number right here for that number that keeps coming in. Also, you do get digital filter. So if the number matches with like 212 and then ends like with that set of numbers, you could just, you know, block it, but I think I need those 212 numbers. But you can block any numbers with the digital filter, and you can also check this button right here to reject all calls from private numbers. Now you probably have noticed that my phone is performing really fast, and you're probably wondering how I did that. Well, I'm gonna show you right now, because all you have to do is go to this right here where it says system, and then you could go to about phone, and then what you're gonna do is triple 5 times. You're gonna tap the hardware info. Oh wait, build number. Where's the build number? Hardware info, software info. So just type the build number 5 times. It says no need because I'm already a developer. So what I'm gonna do is just go back in here and then go to developer options, and then when it says that, then you just slide all the way down to the bottom, and then you have this option where it says right here the option for you to reduce the animations, and I have moved up the scale from 1 to 0.5. So that'll change it's automatically going to be at this scale for all 3, which you'll notice that there's more animations, and you'll see that on the screen, but it'll actually reduce the speed of those animations. Well, increase the speed when you put it to the 0.5. And what I always do with my phones is, while I'm in developer options, I turn on force to be resizable right here, force activities to be resizable, so that when using Instagram, for instance, I can use it on the dual screen. So all I'd have to do is go right here, and then go right here, and then long hold this button, and now I can use it on multi-window. Whereas if you try to do it right now on your phone, you're gonna notice that you don't have multi-window for that app, or you won't have that multi-window for it. So I think that's actually pretty cool, because with that feature on, you can pretty much multitask with any app, even Instagram, which I think is really cool. And the last tip of the day is one of my favorites. Let's say you have something in another language. Open up your camera and click this icon right here. It's the Google Lens. Now you're gonna have the option to do a few different things. Translate, which we're gonna use that right now. You also have text, which will actually, you know, like help you with the text, and dining and shopping. It'll tell you like what things are what. But when you hover this thing over top of a foreign language, what's actually gonna happen is that after a few seconds of having that thing over it, you could read right there, it says user's manual now. It doesn't say Chinese, and then the wording right here is actually being picked up, and now I can read that it says accurately monitor health information including mental test. Wait, my hand is shaking, hold on. including blood oxygen, blood pressure, but don't use for medical purposes. It has a phone, so as you can see, that does work, and it's all in Chinese, but I was able to read that just now. So that's actually a really helpful tip. But hopefully you did find this helpful in any way possible. I tried to make this as quick as possible, so hopefully you did stay tuned through the whole thing. If you are one of the real MVPs and you made it this far, then hit the like and subscribe button, and as well as the bell icon, so you can get notified for all future videos. But it's your boy Serrano, and I'll check you guys later. But in the meantime, have a great morning, afternoon, evening, and depending on where you are, have a great night. Later, crew. Peace.